You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives soap fans. This is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and today we want to talk about whether it's going to be Vivian Alamain who drives Gabi Hernandez out of town, because Camila Banus needs an exit storyline because she is leaving, and we have some spoilers and some news and some info and also some speculative suggestions for how we think this is going to go. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, casting news, everything you need to know. So Camila Banus decided to leave Days of Our Lives. She will not be playing Gabi Hernandez anymore, at least not for now, and they are going to exit the character. It sounds like it does not sound like it's going to be a recast. So the big question is, will it be something to do with Vivian Alamain? And the big news was that Camila's last day on the set was April 28th. And that puts her final air date out several months, many months. We'll tell you a little more about that in a minute. And then at the same time, the actress who plays Vivian Alamain, Louise Sorel, is back for this. She started shooting on Friday, March 17th. And they shoot, I think, multiple episodes a day. And so they had together, it looks like 6 weeks of shooting. So, and that's a lot of episodes. So that's why I think that Vivian Alamain is the catalyst to push Gabi Hernandez away from Stefan DiMera. And we know that Camila Banus is gone. We know they filmed her exit. However, and we also have some information about what her last air date will be, and that comes courtesy of Ron Carlivati, who was talking recently about the Writers Guild of America strike. There is a threat of a strike right now. The last time they had a strike, it lasted 100 days, and it affected the quality at a lot of the soap operas. But the good news is, so Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and General Hospital, the other three main soaps, they shoot about a month to 6 weeks ahead. So if there's a strike, that means that if they go on strike and they stay on strike, like 4 to 6 weeks later, you're going to start seeing material that wasn't written by the professional writers associated with the show. We're going to talk about that more in a second. So at any rate, Ron Carlivati was being interviewed by Vulture about the coming Writers Guild of America strike, that if they don't get a union agreement, they're going to go on strike. And he said that he has written shows through almost Christmas, and he said most of that is already taped or will tape by the end of May. So what that tells us is that when Camila ended basically at the end of April, and we know that May carries into Christmas, that means that her storyline, her final air date, should be in November 2023. Okay, because they are shooting 6 to 7 months ahead, according to this very current information from showrunner Ron Carlivati. So the big question becomes, all right, so we're going to see her out in November. We're watching these shows in May. We've got, 5 months of storyline left with her. And this week on Days of Our Lives, Stefan DiMera proposes to her, and she looks thrilled when he drops to one knee. I have to say that there seems little doubt that she's going to say yes. And then hopefully we'll get a wedding with them. However, we also know that Vivian Alamain becomes part of the story fabric soon, even before she shows up in episodes. According to some other leaked spoilers, there's going to be some stuff where she gets involved with trying to help Stefan get control of DiMera Enterprises. So maybe she knows something about this new DiMera. We'll have to wait and see. But at any rate, it looks like there might be some more, unseen phone calls between him and his mom, but she should be name dropped over the next few weeks, and she is going to have this influence. So we're probably going to have to wait until Monday after the proposal to see if Gabi says yes. I believe she will say yes, but they might do it as a cliffhanger thing. So then we have to wonder what's going to happen, what is going on, and why would she leave this man that she has fought so hard to get back? Remember, she was ready, to stab him with an injection to force his memories back, and just all kinds of stuff that she has gone to the ends of the earth. She put up with his stuff about Chloe, and she has really proved her love to him. So what in the heck could get Gabi Hernandez to leave Salem? And remember, her brother Rafe Hernandez is there. However, her daughter Ariana Horton is not there. She is with Will Horton and Sonny Kiriakis, and they are elsewhere. They are international, I think, working on some film thing that Will's writing, but or is it LA? At any rate, it's some film thing. So the big question is, why would she leave? And if there was some kind of medical emergency with her daughter, something happened with Will and Sonny, they could definitely write her out in that direction, because she would need to go be with them. Like maybe something happens to one of them and they need, the support of a second parent. So if it was related to her daughter, that would make sense. But because Vivian Alamain, some of the spoilers about her storyline are that she gets involved not only in trying to get Stefan on the CEO throne at DiMera Enterprises, but also that she gets involved in his love life. And she may not think that Gabi Hernandez is good enough for him. And knowing Vivian, honestly, she could kidnap Gabi. She could try and bully her out of town, blackmail her out of town. It's hard to imagine what Vivian would have to do to get Gabi to go away. But what she could do is she could kidnap her or something like that, and then basically leave a Dear John note to Stefan so that he thinks she ran off. And that way they could always write her back in at any moment that she decided to come back, or that they decided they might want to recast this part. So her last air date should be in November. And as far as we know, Brandon Barash is not leaving, because in a recent interview about her exit, Camila Banus talked about how it would be interesting to see how Stefan does after Gabi leaves. So that is a clear indication that they're not riding off in the sunset together. Brandon Barash is sticking around. So we're going to have more Stefan storylines, and that means different romantic partners for him. And with Vivian lurking, if she sticks around, who knows who she'll try to get him to get hitched with. So we'll have to see, but it looks like that Stefan and Gabi won't last. I suspect we might have a wedding, and knowing Salem, maybe their wedding is when she exits. Maybe they'll blow it up like they did with Ben and Sierra. We'll have to wait and see. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our updates, and keep your eye on Days of Our Lives and listen for name drops of Vivian Alamain, because she's going to be key to Gabi Hernandez's exit story.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.